Okay, we are outside of 2852 Rocky Creek in Port Orchard. I'll do a little bit of a shot of the neighborhood, and I'll try and get a clip when we're driving out too. You can see at the end of the street here, there is an apartment building. So kind of you turn off a road and then you pass a lot of 70s homes and split level style single stories. You're driving down a hill and then you pass a few apartment complexes and you turn in here. The nice thing about this location is that this area of Port Orchard has a ton of restaurants, grocery stores, gas stations, everything like that is nearby. The exterior of this one is a wood product. The paint of the house looks in good shape. You are going to need to restain the deck, nothing major. The current owners bought this several years ago and it had recently been pretty much flipped and renovated. So you'll see that on the interior that it does have some significant updating from its original year. We'll go ahead and take a look inside. So when we walk in, you see this split level style. We'll start upstairs. There's some darker laminate flooring. Here's a good shot of its true kind of color. It's pretty early in the morning. We're getting a lot of sunshine coming through, which is super nice. There's a lot of windows you'll see when we go into those bedrooms. Forced air throughout the house. And then we have electric and natural gas. This is a nice size living space and plenty of room for a dining table. Some ceiling fans throughout too. And a fairly open concept that flows really nicely into the kitchen. Stove is gas. This island adds quite a bit of counter space, which is nice. And then out the window, you can see kind of a look at the backyard. Of course, we'll head down there, but this is a nice kind of bird's eye view. That is one of those apartment buildings that when we're driving down the hill to get down here, you pass. And the lot is fairly sloped, but again, we'll walk out there once we've done the main house. So there's a little pantry space here. And then we'll head down the hallway, more storage, and then the bathroom for this level. So you have some vinyl tiling. Again, this house, I'm not sure if I said, this one was built in '96. So, of course, when the sellers bought it, there was a significant amount of interior kind of updates, like I mentioned. Across from that is bedroom number 1. Again, tons of natural light coming in. And the next door, bedroom 2. The carpet is something to keep in mind that will more than likely you'll want to replace. You can see that it's pretty stretched out, and I wouldn't really bother to have it, stretched and stapled back in. I would just go ahead and replace it as a whole. And then the largest bedroom up here, there's going to be one more downstairs. This is what I would say is probably a more true master, but it's nice that there is that separation for a roommate situation or a rental if you wanted to have that downstairs space kind of be separated off. It does have its own bathroom and bedroom. And this gives us a great shot at the backyard for the house. And then this room, of course, has its own bathroom, very similar to that one that was out in the hall. So 3 full baths altogether. We'll see that one downstairs as the third. Very similar finishes. The interior paint has looked really nice as well. Headed down to the lower level. I just opened this because I'm going to say we'll start out in the garage. So, nice size 2-car garage. Does have a newer water heater right here. And the furnace was serviced in 2022, which we love to see. It looks like they have a little extra filter for the furnace as well sitting there. And then here is our third bathroom, very similar to the other ones. Maybe a little bit of a different vinyl tile there, but of course you also have your washer dryer hookups in here. Next to the stairway is a large storage area that wraps around underneath here. And then adjacent to that we have this final bedroom. Again, it's getting a ton of natural light. And another kind of entertaining area here that leads us right out onto that back patio. I'm back upstairs because I wanted to walk down into the backyard off of this deck here. So the wood deck does have some spots that it's starting to kind of rot. So again, I think this will be something to put on the list of items that you will eventually want to address. But it is a great concept and you're getting a lot of sunshine up here. So super nice. You can also see where they started, like they replaced a board here. I would say that that would be an option also because there's a few spots where you could probably just pull some of these and restain. Look at the exterior. Again, the paint on the house looks in nice shape. Walk down to this patio. We love to see when the gutters are being run underground. More than likely there's some sort of community storm drain, but of course that prevents any runoff from coming back towards your foundation. You can see it again up there in this yard in particular with it being so sloped. That is for sure awesome to see. Some of the fencing, I don't know if you have any animals, but some of the fencing on the bottom there is starting to rot. Again, with the wood, super common because on the fencing, whenever it's touching directly to the earth, you know, we get a lot of rain here. So you'll for sure see that happen if we don't provide some sort of separation between ground and wood. So, however, the rest of the fence looks in pretty decent shape. It's just really right over there in that shaded area where the door is. The roof looks really well maintained. Hopefully you can see it. It's pretty bright from my angle, but Again, we get a lot of shade, we get a lot of rain, so you can kind of see who maintains their roof well and who doesn't, because we would see a lot of moss kind of growing over on that, and that one looks in really clean, nice shape. Okay, and finishing up on this side of the house, the sun is still rising a little bit, but you can see it's hitting this side of the house pretty well, so I would just imagine this is the angle that gets more weathering than other sides, so you can see a little bit of that being reflected. And again, not uncommon. One side of the house is usually the one that gets hit the most, so just might see a little bit of fading or weathering quicker on this one side. And then we have our gas meter right here. Okay, I am back on that kind of hill where we pass. That's the apartment building that you saw from the backyard, and this is that hill that I was talking about that I came down from, and it's gonna spit me out, and I'm gonna be back on a road that is close to all those gas stations and grocery stores that I had mentioned. But this just gives you kind of an idea of the drive in.